Sabi ni Foul Pilot, yung mga banat ni Kong Barbero, is there any reason na mag-worry tayo? Ako, I am not. But for me, look, we have to stand up and defend our freedoms. One of our freedoms is the right to free speech, di ba? May kalayaan tayo magsalita at magpahayag. Kung ipatawag tayo ng Kongreso, ito ay pagkakataon natin na ipagtanggol ito. Rise to the occasion. For me, hindi iba na po kasi ang panahon, hindi na po tayo lumalaban with bolos like in 1898. Hindi, it's not going to be that easy to create a people power like 1986. The conditions are different. But every opportunity that we have to defend our freedoms, to inform the Congress that, look, Mr. Congressman, you have the power of the purse. You keep reminding us that. You have immunity from suit. You have parliamentary immunity. You have the power to cite in contempt. Kami, we have free speech. Okay? And, kumbaga, the limitations on free speech, nakasaad yan sa batas. Kung sa tingin ninyo, lumabag kami dun sa batas, hindi po kayo magpapahiring in aid of legislation, papile niyo po yung kaso sa hukuman. Kung papatawag niyo kami sa harap ng Kongreso, pero mayroon kayong basis for filing the case, ang nakikita ko lang po ay kailangan ninyo kasi ng pagkakataon na without any cost to yourself, and without any danger of retaliation from us, ordinary citizens, you get to scold us publicly. Yun po yung makikita natin na resulta niyan. Pero para sa akin, okay, you can try. But I would rather turn it into a teaching moment. Mr. Congressman, you have all these powers. Our power is the power to speak. And the reason we have the power to speak is because we have to correct you. Ang freedom of speech, isa yan sa paraan para ma-check ang Kongreso, ang gobyerno, to check the excesses of government, because government will always have the tendency to be excessive. May pera, may power, may position, may armies. They have all of these powers. The people give them all of these powers. And tayo, ups, you can't use that against us. We are the people. Those bang-bangs that you're holding aren't supposed to be turned on us unless we're violating laws, di ba? And under only very, very specific circumstances. I think ito po ang pagkakataon, di ba? Sabi ni Ma'am Mercy, pwede ba kasuhan ang nag-impeach kay VP Inday at pwede ko bang i-impeach si BBM as private citizen then sa pagnanakaw ng kaban ng bayan? Well, you can file a complaint for impeachment. But just like the congressman, just like anybody who's filing a case for impeachment, you will need evidence. Well, of course, that evidence should be enough to persuade Congress beyond its tendency to play politics of your case. But yes, you can file a complaint for impeachment. Pwede bang kasuhan ang nag-impeach kay VP Sara? No, kasi power talaga, well, yung sa Kongreso, power talaga ng Congress to decide matters when they to initiate impeachment proceedings. So in the course of doing their jobs, may immunity po sila dyan. Sabi ni Kenny, hi, Attorney Twix and followers, good evening. Kakaawa yung others. Wala daw nagawa si PRD, sama talaga ang laki ng naramdaman kong, sana talaga ang laki ng naramdaman kong take-home pay sa kanya versus taxes, set aside yung driver's license and passport renewal. Plus, sad part, ang mahirap mag-loan sa SSS at Pag-ibig. They take pride in their app or whatever virtual shiest, which doesn't work. Oh, you mean currently? Okay. Sabi ni Eric, kasi binayaran sila ni Tamba, gusto nila sirain si VP Inday. Possibly. Sabi ni Bibimbap, what if i-link po nila ang Afghan refugees sa rebellion to declare NL? Afghan refugees, rebellion. Parang, like I said, the Supreme Court can rule the factual basis on that. So kung hindi yan factual at hindi siya, kumbaga, hindi siya commensurate, then the Supreme Court can, void the declaration. Hi. Sabi ni JJ, ano po masasabi ninyo about some missiles that are brought here and Chinese reaction to it? Now, for me, I am opposed to that, assuming that it is factually established. Now, kung totoo yan, there are two questions. Number one, do these have nuclear warheads? If so, then the president is violating the Constitution, and he can be impeached for that. But since impeachment is a political process, we have to weigh whether or not that should be filed as an impeachment complaint. Number two, if there are no nuclear warheads, has the president sufficiently explained this to us? Is he allaying the fears of the people who think that we're going to be made a target because precisely of the weapons buildup in the Philippines? Sabi ni Rich, kahit ipa-endorse pa ni VP Inday si Aimee, hindi kami nakikinig sa kanya to vote for her. Basta Marcos, 0 votes. Good one. Okay. Guys, kung magtatanong kayo, wag naman po yung speculation masyado para hindi po sayang yung oras natin. Yung mga what if. Yung mga within the bounds of reality and possibility naman po para hindi po tayo mag-aksaya ng oras. Do you think that you're physically and mentally prepared po once ipatawag po kayo sa Congress? How do you physically prepare for that? I mean, should I do weights? Should I do, what do you mean? Like, will I collapse? Yung mga ganon? I think that I've faced enough tribunals, and those are scary. Judges, I've argued before the Court of Appeals. I've argued before, well, not yet with the Supreme Court, twice. As a new lawyer, it was my first time I argued in lieu of the Solicitor General. So, mentally and physically prepared. Ganito yan eh. I don't think that it is something to be afraid of. I think that if congressmen intend to be, what's a good word for it? To be nasty. I'm too old to be affected. Sure, they can say anything they want against me and they can be really mean and all that, but it will be up to us to make sure that the discussions are also on point. For me, ayoko maunahan ng takot. For me, it's not something to be afraid of. It's an opportunity to explain. Diba? If their intention is to scare, and in fact, I think some of the questions here are intended for us to be nervous. I've given a lot of testimony in Congress and the Senate before. Of course, it has never been this stressful as it has appeared to other people. But yeah, I've been in enough technical working groups, in enough committee hearings. Yeah, because I helped formulate, I drafted the initial draft of Republic Act 10066. So I know how the legislative process works. I've given testimony on the updating of the articles of war when it comes to court-martial because of my experience with court-martial proceedings. I have given testimony on the Dangerous Drugs Act because there are some loopholes in the way that the law is worded. So I have been a resource person many, many times. I do not see why nervousness should be factored here, unless I think that I'm going to be a respondent. I do not agree that I can be one because, like I said, if Congress feels that there is some libel here, then Congress is not the appropriate place for it. I don't know why is this an issue for everybody? I mean, there are some people understandably nervous under other circumstances, pero ako hindi ako ganun ka-worried. If they want to hold me accountable for certain things that I have said, by all means, I'm willing to be corrected if I have hurt them in any way. But the point is, diba, the answer to any misunderstanding or misinformation is more information. If there is speech that bothers them, we need more speech, more opportunities to talk to each other. Sabi ni Chester, we love you and support you. Pinanood ko po interview niyo sa SMNI with Admar. Ganda niyo po talaga inside out. It's not true. Magagalit yung mga trolls. Sana po dumating ang panahon na maging senador kayo. Actually, I'm so not interested. But I made a promise to some of the followers here that I will keep the option open in 2028. Anytime before that, and sabi ni Jonas, ito pang pagdating ng 300 Afghan people ay pangtakot nitong Marcos government sa darating na rally sa January 13. Timing kasi. Well, first, there's 300 of them and it's men, women, and children. So it's not an army. Gayon pa man, naiintindihan ko ang inyong pangamba dahil hindi po nag-i-explain ang Marcos administration tungkol dito. Sabi ni Dan, BF, magandang gabi, watching from Dubai. Ituloy lang po natin ilahad ang katiwalian ng gobyerno. Sama-sama po tayo parati. God bless sa mga matatapang at malasakit, may malasakit sa ating bayan. Oh. Sabi ni Raymar City, not maybe weak. Sure, it is weak leadership. Oy, grabe. Sabi ni Jesse, he's not weak. Kasi yung corruption is so rampant. He's strong, but sa evil side lang. He has no love for our country, but love for money. Yikes. Sabi ni Ben Garcia, please balik na tatay, di na kami galit. Please come back. O, hindi naman siya umalis dahil galit tayo. Umalis siya kasi tapos na yung term niya. Sabi ni Napoleon, kaya nga ayaw ko maniwala sa 75 lang grade ni FPRD nung nag-aaral dahil sa galing niya sumagot kahit minsan alam may halong bardagulan ng sagot niya. I think when he was younger, baka hindi siya ganun kasinop sa pag-aaral. Pero madali na siya. And then, pagdating sa law school, ayan, natuto na rin mag-aral. Sabi ni Ronald, burning question to me is bakit sobrang lakas ni Tamba? Why does BBM seem to be so lenient with him in spite of all his mess-ups, bad budget, AKAP, etc.? There's a reason he became the Speaker of the House. It is when he ran to be Speaker of the House, he did so knowing that he was backed up by the President. Right? When once he was Speaker, he developed his own power. So yun po yun eh. Aggressive rin kasi siya. And you know what? In general, ang mga Pinoy, in the face of aggression, we comply. But you can only do that for so long. After a while, maaasar na rin tayo. Parang ganun eh. Sabi ni Ricardo, this administration has no achievements at all. No new ports, airports, pero taas ng budget, nasa bulsa lang ng mga crocs na feeling Kuya Will, pamudmud lang ng pera, puno nila. Sabi ni Ihusi Darbe, tumakbo siya para sa pansarili, hindi para sa bayan. Sabi ni Ma'am Anita, the goal is ill-gotten wealth also. And more power. How do they get more power? Presidente na si BBM? More time. Which means staying longer. Sabi ni Melody, tama po kayo, sa lahat ng presidente si FPRD lang talaga ang pinakamagaling at pinakamahusay, sa totoo lang. Salam. X Liao says the BBM administration's first 3 years have been a catastrophic failure. I love your terms. They're only notable, but that just rolls off the tongue, catastrophic failure. Their only notable achievement has been a pathetic and ineffective feud with Sara Duterte. Beyond that, they've delivered nothing but incompetence. We demand accountability. It's time for real change. Time to vote them out. I agree. You know, one of the reasons, tingin ko, na mapasensya ang mga tao, and even yan, yung mga nasa military, who don't think that they have to move yet to protect us, apparently. Hindi pa nila nakikita yung danger to the people. But one of the reasons, tingin ko, mahaba ang pasensya ng Pinoy ngayon dahil may padating na eleksyon. Yung elections kasi, it's both a reason for hope as well as an economic activity. Yung mga tao na usually, wala masyadong pera, may pagkakataon sila kumita pagdating ng eleksyon. So they might be looking forward to that. Sabi ni People Yanera, ayusin mong bunganga mo, galit ka lang kay PBBM kasi natanggal ka. Okay, let's take that apart. Number one, ayusin ang bunganga ko. The fact that you use the term bunganga means that you're trying to use the grossest possible term for my mouth. Okay? Anong aayusin ko? Maayos naman yung bunganga ko eh, di ba? My mouth is fine. It's your ears that have a problem. You don't like what I'm saying. And that's not my problem, that's yours. Yung galit ka lang kay BBM kasi natanggal ka. Meron po akong kopya ng sulat ni PBBM sa akin accepting my resignation. So hindi po ako talaga natanggal. Hanap na lang po kayo ng ibang dahilan to hate me because that one doesn't work anymore. And yeah, you're not gonna get a rise out of me. Not on that one. How long pa ba magstay ang mga Afghans sa Pilipinas? Do we need to worry about our safety and sovereignty of our nation? Especially pinasukan na tayo ng mga illegal settlers. Okay. Now, naiintindihan ko yung concern ninyo, although may mga magsasabi sa atin na let's not be racist. Okay, ganito ang nangyayari sa Europe, sa UK lalong-lalo na, at saka sa US, where stories about yung mga ginagawa ng mga immigrants nila, and some of them are even illegals, against their own citizens. Ang laki ng concern nila about that right now. Lalong-lalo na kapag galing sa napaka-ibang kultura ng mga refugees. So, lumaragsa po yung issue na yon, lalong-lalo na ngayon sa UK. Nabasa ko si Elon Musk. He has been reading some of the court documents ng ginawa na heinous crimes ng ilang mga immigrants sa UK. And the crimes, a lot of them were against the very helpless. Children, some of them very young, 4 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, na SA sila. And it's horrible because he posted parts of those, of what was written in the court documents. So I understand kung bakit nagtitrickle down dito sa atin yung fears na yon. Malaki yung pagkakaiba ng kultura ng mga Afghans sa kultura natin. We are very sociable, we know very little about their culture. So understandable po yung inyong concern. But and your questions are valid. So unang-una, wala pong kasiguruhan kung gaano sila katagal dito sa Pilipinas dahil nasa sa US ang processing. And hindi rin sinasabi ng US sa atin kung gaano katagal. Now, as we see, because we took in Vietnamese refugees before, inabot ng dekada. More than 10 years ang iba sa kanila dito sa Pilipinas. Ayun, sabi ni Eric, sa UK po, attorney, mostly gumagawa doon ay mga Muslim immigrants at mga illegals. O yun. So very concerned sila about that. Now, in the United States, it became a campaign issue na ginamit rin ni President Trump doon sa kanyang kampanya. Yung mga cases ng paggastos ng US government sa mga illegals. So, and how nadidihado yung mga legal na nag-apply in a legal manner doon sa paglipat ng bansa. Sabi ni McCoy doon, ang tanging achievement ng BBM administration ay ang galitin si Inday Sara. Ay, nako. Ay, nako. And sabi ni Dominic, huwag niyong turuan, attorney, baka mapaghandaan. Which one? Ano yung antecedent? Ano yung hindi ko ituturo? Sabi ni Jude, bakit wala ni isang nagsampa ng impeachment complaint kay BBM? Ngayon, inunahan tayo ng mga nimal at si VP ngayon ang nagsuffer at kasama tayong nagsasuffer at naiinis. Because some people believe that you will not get the appropriate number of votes from Congress considering pinsan ni BBM ang nakaupo na House Speaker. And remember, nothing happens in Congress. No plan will succeed without the knowledge and approval of the House Speaker. So don't blame the people for not doing that. It's because VP Inday herself is not filing cases even with the courts because she does not expect fairness from this administration. Akala ko yung black t-shirt. Hindi na ako nagka-oras na magbihis kasi after my meeting, nag-interview na ako sa SMNI and then andito na ako. Dumire-diretso. Bukas po. Sabi ni Gemini, bakit di nabalita ni Pangulo about Afghans? What do you mean di nabalita? Hindi siyang nagbalita. Binalita naman po yung arrival nila, di ba? Sabi ni Jude, pwede din ba tayong magpa-impeach kay BBM at pati na mga Congress, lalo na yung si Tamba? Hindi po kasi impeachable officials ang kongresista. Ang pagtatanggal sa kanilang pwesto ay through the Committee on Ethics. Sabi ni 1230, I'm for refugees but not to a certain ethnicity because of proven predisposition to aggression. Tuta ng US. Nasingit pa talaga, no? Sabi ni Ma'am Anita, mabait pa nga si VP Inday, hindi pa nagsampa ng kaso kasi until June na lang naman daw sila. Sabi ni Just Saying, I love Marcos but now forget it. Maybe love, past tense, or love nyo pa rin? Sabi ni Kenny, nga pala, good quality photos of the Philippine Eagle, DMP and me, whoever is printing shirts, I'll give them for free. Just give me 2 t-shirts. Okay, I read that para, no? Anybody who wants can get in touch. Problem is, Kenny, your name is in Chinese character, so paano po kayo hahanapin? Sabi ni Abo, totoo po ba na si former Solicitor General Jose Calida, the Wolverine of Duterte administration, was part of the defensive team of VP Sara kung sakaling may impeachment? I have not heard of that. Although I've heard that some people are expressing their desire, not the VP, the netizens. Sabi ni Ma'am Leticia, sabi daw ni Kong Bosita, wala raw nagawa ang Duterte, wag na iboto. Thank you for letting us know. Hindi na natin i-endorso yan. Kasi I think, ano ba siya? Is he running for Senate? Sabi ni Jovelyn, nag-step down na po si Justin Trudeau. Ngayon lang. Kailan kaya? Check natin. Nag-resign siya as party leader. He will resign as Liberal Party leader after losing support. So, as Liberal Party leader daw po. Sabi ni Ma'am Vivian, hindi na talaga nire-respeto nitong Marcos government ang ating saligang batas. Tama si VP Sara na she doesn't expect any fairness in this government. Laking pagsisisi ko na binoto ko si Marcos. Alam nyo, ang pinakamalaki kong disappointment was that when I interviewed candidate Marcos, one of the things na pinangako niyang tututukan niya was agriculture. And now, 20 pesos ang isang kamatis. Eh, dun sa garden ng nanay ko, pinipitas ko yan. Ngayon, importante na talaga na nagtatanim ako sa backyard. Ano pa lang, yung mga simple lang na malunggay na puno, talbos ng kamote, yung mga ganyan, yung mga simple lang para may gulay dito sa likod. Ngayon, mukhang dapat damihan ko na, magtanim na rin ng pechay and all that. And of course, kamatis. Nakakaloka. Sabi ni Jonas, must file cases for impeachment for Bongbong Marcos. In the public speech during SONA, sabi ni Bongbong Marcos, tapos ng 5,500 flood control projects. Was it in SONA or during an interview? Isang solid evidence for plunder. Sa kanya ba po napunta yung pera or it went to congressmen for their pork barrel to sponsor public works projects in their areas? Or it went to the DPWH pero ang nag-identify po ang mga kongresista? Sabi ni Ed Pangkobila, hindi nila tatawagin si Attorney Trix, takot lang nila. Uy. Okay, so puntahan natin yung isa nating topic. So mayroong kasagutan itong si Erwin Tulfo. Okay, yun. Doon tungkol sa kanyang TNT daw, sa kanyang issue about being in the US. Okay, inamin niya na TNT daw siya sa US. According to him, he had a very young son, nakipagsapalaran siya abroad, nakapunta siya sa US, at doon lahat ng pwede niyang pagkakitaan at trabaho ay at nagtrabaho siya. Bagger siya, and ano pa ba yung ibang mga niya? Nag-work siya sa, ayan. Bagger, warehouseman, janitor, caregiver, watchman, assistant mechanic, at palipat-lipat siya ng kanyang pinapasukan. Wala kasi siyang papeles. He went daw on a tourist visa, pagkatapos ay nagtago TNT na siya doon para makapagtrabaho. Eh wala naman po siyang natapos. So kung ano lang ang makukuha niya na trabaho, at ayon sa kanya, dahil hinahanapan siya ng papeles, nagpagawa siya ng peke na birth certificate. At dahil doon, nakakuha ng pasaporte. May mga mabibilhan po ng driver's license, social security, birth certificate. Doon pwede kayo sa downtown San Francisco sa LA. Excuse me po, Mr. Tulfo, hindi po kailangan US citizen ka para makakuha ka ng US driver's license. Dahil nung nag-aaral ako sa US, kumuha din po ako ng driver's license. I presented as ID my Philippine passport, but I had to pass the exam, the tests. So, pwede kang kumuha din ng Social Security if you're opening a bank account. Hindi po kailangan ng birth certificate para magkuha ng Social Security number. And ang pagkaintindi ko, yung dati naman niyang kwento was that he joined the US Army, kaya po siya nag-falsify ng kanyang birth certificate. Ngayon, hindi na po kasama yung US Army kwento niya doon sa interview niya kanina. Sabi ni Poncio Pilato, tsaka di po ba may international driver's license? You can use an international driver's license in the United States up to 6 months from your arrival. After that, pwede ka naman kumuha. So sabi ni RAV4, hindi na po ba iba na daw po ngayon? Ano na po ang patakaran ngayon? Kasi meron pa akong ano po yung patakaran ngayon? Hindi na po pwede ang local driver's license, kumuha ng local driver's license? Ayun, sabi ni Daryl, yes, 10 minutes ago, nag-resign na daw si Justin Trudeau. Here's the article from BBC, Justin Trudeau resigns as Canadian Prime Minister. Sabi ni Joel, pag wala kang papel, di ka makakuha ng driver's license. And ano nga po ang papel na yon? Wala kang papel. So, but you can use your Philippine license then for up to 6 months. Sabi ni Rav4, hindi po valid ang international driver's license sa California. I lived in Minnesota. Doon valid po. Pero 6 months lang, hindi talaga beyond that pwede. So, tandaan nyo rin po, iba-iba yung per state, ha? Sabi ni Ma'am Leticia, bakit di nila agad sinabi if di pa siya nahuli? What do you mean, di nila agad nasabi? Yun, sabi ni Phil Shield, I saw that video. Yeah, he did say that, na wala daw siyang violate na, did not commit any violations, but he clearly violated immigration law. So, yun nga po. Ang sabi niya, eto, ginawa ko lang yun para mapakain yung mga anak ko, para maitawid yung mga anak ko sa paghihirap. Kaya kung kasalanan yun, sa tingin ko, guilty ako. Pero ito lang masasabi ko, wala po akong nilabag na batas dito sa ating bayan. Wala po akong nilokong tao, ni isang Pilipino. Maging sa Amerika, nung nandun pa po ako, wala po akong inistapa, wala po akong iniscam ng mga Pilipino. Maging na mga Amerikano, wala po akong niloko. Yung nire-remit ko na pera dito ay galing po sa pagod at pawis ko. Yan po ang totoo. Kaya hindi po ako nahihiya. Sabi ni Jude, ang dami nasa California. O yun, sabi ni Dang Moreno, so falsifying a document is not a crime. Tama po, na-point out nyo kaagad. Sabi ni Dang Moreno, that's beside the point, Eric. Sabi ni Poncho Pilato, ang nakakainis kay Erwin Tulfo, siya pa ang galit sa mga kritiko. Binatikos pa nga niya si Maharlika. Ay talaga, anong sabi niya kay Madam? Sabi ni Bong, sa Canada, kung wala kang car insurance, you can drive at your own risk. If mahuli, bayad ng malaki. Kahit magpaawa pa siya, nameke pa rin siya, labag pa rin sa batas, no to Tulfo brothers. The way I understood yung kwento was, ano ba ito? He was appearing before the Commission on Appointments. So, ito ang reason kung bakit hindi po siya na-confirm bilang DSWD Secretary. Ang ginawa niya is dahil nga US citizen, pati nagurian siyang US citizen, nag-file siya at nag-swear allegiance siya uli to the Philippines. Inatwas niya ang kanyang US citizenship. So, ang naging issue doon was not the citizenship, pero yung arguments niya hindi matanggap ng CA because nagpadalang US Embassy ng documents niya, including yung kanyang pag-amin na nag-falsify siya ng kanyang birth certificate. Ang defense niya in the CA was that hindi issue ang citizenship ko kasi pineke ko lang naman yung American citizenship ko, which now became an issue. Parang paano siya i-confirm? Di ba? So ang claim niya ngayon, he didn't violate any Philippine laws and therefore qualified pa rin siya na tumakbo as senator this time.